grabe hurong.
A pleasant evening, everybody. Recording is already on progress. Allow DIS and allow Teacher Germain to record our session this evening. So I'm happy to see all of your faces again. Today is Wednesday. So we will be continuing what we have started last Monday. So time check, it is already 6:05 in the evening. I have 27 participants on my screen, but I guess we are more than 30 now. So hello to our NTT kids. So they are still with us. That's good. Okay. So I hope everybody is now ready for our discussion. Okay, so last Monday, we still discussed about subject-verb agreement, right? And to freshen up your learnings or just somewhat a review, I will be asking all of you to read and answer sentences 1 to 5. So teacher will be giving you 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes to answer all the 5 sentences. Then afterwards, let us check if you got the correct answer. Joy, can you hear me, Joy?
Yes, I can hear you.
Enda, how about you?
Yes, teacher, I can hear you.
Bethany, how's teacher's voice? Is it okay?
Okay, teacher.
How about you, Catherine? How's on your end?
It's good, teacher.
Noelito, how about you?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So I want you kids to read and answer sentences 1 to 5. Maybe you can write it down in your notebook. Then after 3 minutes, we will be checking it. If you're not going to write it down, you just master or you just think of the correct answer. Okay? So it's 6:07. By 6:10, teacher will be calling kids to answer. Okay? Or maybe 1 minute is enough for everyone. Wow, I can see that the NTT kids are writing down. That's good. Okay, 1 more minute before everyone can finish answering. Okay, time's up now. Let us read. Okay, it's time now to give your answers. So if I'll be calling your name, I want you to read everything, then you read your answer. So teacher will not be interrupting you, okay? Because we will be checking who got the correct answer. So we have here our first representative. Queenie is raising her hand. Yes, Queenie.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, you want to read everything, then answer.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
1 to 5.
Yes, please.
Okay. Everybody wants wants to learn a foreign language.
Language. Queenie, language.
Language. Each of the kids was welcome to the city. Everyone is coming. Nobody was working last night. Everything are ready.
Okay. So you were able to hear Queenie's answer? Thank you, Queenie. So let's find out later if you got a perfect score, or okay, if you got a perfect score or if there's something wrong with your answer. Okay, next to Queenie, can we have,
You're welcome.
thank you. How about Bethany? Would you like to share your answer, Bethany?
Yeah,
Okay, go on.
everybody went to learning for game long. Each of kids was welcome to city. Everyone are coming. Nobody was working last night. Everything are ready.
Hey, thank you, Bethany. If you notice, there are items that Bethany's and Queenie's answers are different. So let's find it out later. Okay, let's move to another kid. How about Katrina? Would like to share your answers, Katrina?
Yes, miss.
Yes, go on.
Everybody wants to learn a foreign language. The answer is 1.
Um, Katrina, please read directly the sentence with with your answer. Okay? 1 to 5.
Everybody wants to learn a foreign language. Each of the kids was welcome to the city. Everyone are coming. Nobody was working last night. Everything is okay. Is ready.
So you say everything is ready. Okay. Good, Katrina. Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
let's find out later if your answers are all correct. Okay, let's have last from the entity kids. Can we have Vandra and Anessa? Girls, are you ready to share your answers? Vandra, Anessa, open your microphones, please.
Yes, ma. Yes, teacher.
Okay, read now.
Everybody is read now. Everybody wants to learn a foreign language. Number two, each of the kids was welcome to the city. Number three, everyone is coming. Number four, nobody was working last night. Number five, everything are ready.
Okay, there you go. Thank you, girls.
You're welcome, teacher.
Wow, I'm very happy for that, girls, Vandra and Anessa. What's the name of the other girl? Who's Vandra? Who is Vandra here? Oh, they freezes. Uh, Maybe their connection wasn't that good. Okay, so let's move now. So let's try to check now and give the correct answers. Okay, number one, everybody want to learn a foreign language. The correct answer is
Once.
yes, we have here wants. Number two, each of the kids were welcome to the city. What's the answer?
Was.
Was.
Yes, that's good, Noel and Catherine. Each of the kids was welcome to the city. Number three. Everyone is coming.
Is.
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 Very good. So we have is. Okay, so I also want you to try to check your answers if you are correct. Okay, number four now. Nobody were working last night.
Was.
Was.
Yes, good, Catherine. Nobody was working last night. Last, number five. Okay, number five. Everything is already.
Is.
Is.
Already.
Again, everything is already.
Is.
Catherine, what's your answer?
Is.
Yes, the correct answer is. Everything is ready. We don't say everything are ready. Okay, because everything is also a collective pronoun referring entirely. So we say everything is ready. Who among you here now can give me or can recall what's the rule in grammar for these sentences? Anyone would like to share? Wow, Enda is raising her hand. Yes, Enda.
Uh, yes, teacher. The rule is the pronouns each, everyone, everybody, anyone, and somebody are singular and require singular verbs. Do not be misled by what follows of.
Okay, very good. So I hope everyone was able to, oh, look at teacher. Everyone was able to listen to Inda. So that's the rule in grammar. If we use the pronouns or um the pronouns everybody, each, everyone, nobody, everything, um anybody, somebody, so we are going to use the singular form of the verb. So one note to remember, Inda said we should not be misled by the noun after the of phrase. So although we have here each of the kids, so after of, you have the noun kids. So we are going to disregard this one and just focus of the pronoun used. So we are since this is since these are these are all examples of singular pronouns. We are going to use also the singular form of the verb. Okay, that's good. So I hope we are already clear with that rule. What rule is that in the rule 9? Rule 8. Okay, so that is rule 8. So I am now sharing again the blue book. Do you have now my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Okay, so we are done with rule number 8. Let us move to rule number 9. Okay, welcome to rule number 9. So this is quite long. Okay, let's have Daraka to read this. Daraka,
Yes, miss.
I want you to read this,
Okay.
Daraka.
Okay. Rule 9. With words that indicate portions, percent, fractions, part, majority, some, all, none, remainder, and so forth, look at the noun in your of phrase, object of the preposition.
Preposition.
To determine whether to use a singular or plural verb, if the object of the preposition is singular, use a singular verb. If the object of the preposition is plural, use a plural verb.
Okay, thank you, Daraka.
You're welcome, miss.
I will also be asking Tristan to read. Tristan.
Okay. With words that indicate portions, percent, fractions, part, majority, sum, all, known, remainder, and so forth, look at the noun in your of phrase object of the prepositions to determine whether to use a singular or plural verb. If the object of the preposition is singular, use a singular verb. If the object of the preposition is plural, use a plural verb.
Okay, thank you so much, Tristan.
You're welcome.
So let us discuss now and read the examples and discuss further. So what should you remember for rule number 9? So words that indicate portions or part of a whole. So you have percent. Example of percent, kids. You have 1% until 100%, 50%, such things like examples like that. When you say fractions, what are fractions? 1/3, 1/2, 3/4. So those are examples of fractions. A part, when you say majority, when you also have the word some, all, none, and remainder. So take note, you look at the noun in your of phrase. Okay, rule number 9, look at the noun in your of phrase. So determine if it's singular. So you use a singular. If the noun in the of phrase is singular, you use a singular verb. If it's plural, you also use a plural verb. Okay, let's go to the first example. Okay, let's have the first example. Inda, can I ask you to read, Inda?
Yes, teacher. Examples. 50% of the pie has disappeared.
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 Disappeared. Come again.
Disappeared.
Okay. So that's the first sentence. Everyone, look closely on my screen. Let me see. Look closely on my screen. 50% of the pie has disappeared. So you have here 50%. So it is a percent here, and I give an example of percent. Our off phrase, what's the off phrase? The off phrase starts with the preposition of. So you have of the pie. Okay, of the pie, kids, this is, okay, so this is the object of the preposition. Look at the subject. Our subject here is, what's the subject? Our subject here is pie. Okay, when you say pie, here, pie is the object of the preposition. Pie is singular. That's why our verb here is singular in form, which is has. Okay, if you read the second example here, 50% of the pies have disappeared. So what's the difference now? Look at the object of the preposition. We have here of the pies. Kids, we have of the pies. The object of the preposition here is pies. Singular or plural?
Plural.
It's plural. That's why our verb should be plural in form. It is have. Okay. Yeah. I want you to look closely again. The first example of the pie. 50% of the pie. Pie here, that's the object of the preposition. That is, come again, that this is singular. So that's why our verb here is singular, which is has. So of the pie has. Second example, of the pies. Pies, that's plural. That is plural. So that's why we need to use have. So 50% of the pies have disappeared. Okay, let's have another example. Kids, let's have another example. This time, I'll be asking Jocelyn to read line 99. This one, Jocelyn.
Okay, teacher. 1/3 of the city is unemployed.
Okay, so we have here the word 1/3. Joy, if we say 1/3, is it percent, fraction? Is it part? Is it majority? 1/3. It is an example of it's a fraction, right?
Oh, it's a fraction. Sorry, but I haven't learned fraction yet. Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. Okay, you haven't discussed that one in school, Joy? Not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay? Hopefully in your next lessons, you'll be able to discuss about it. Okay, so when you say 1/3, so it is a fraction. So what is the off phrase now, Jocelyn, in that sentence? What's the off phrase? We have
Of the city.
Okay, we have of the city. The object of the preposition is, what's the object of the preposition? We have the word
City.
city. If I'll ask you, city is singular or plural, Joy?
That's a singular.
That is singular. That's why, what is the verb in the sentence? Joy, what's the verb?
The verb is.
Okay, the verb is, it is also in singular form. Okay? If the example is, what if the example, 1/3 of the cities? You have 1/3 of the cities. Cities, that's already plural. So you use are unemployed. 1/3 of the cities are unemployed. Okay, I hope that makes sense now. Let's move. Thank you, Joy.
Oh yeah, no problem, miss.
Let's move now to sentence 100. Okay, the next example. Um, wait for a while. I forgot the name. Um, where is okay. Jonathan? Jonathan?
Yes, teacher.
What's your other name, Jonathan? You only have Jonathan in your first name?
Oh, my full name is Daniel
Anthony.
Jonathan.
Ah, okay. Okay, Jonathan, let you read sentence 100. Line 100.
Mm. 1/3 of the people are unemployed.
Okay. So we have here 1/3 and it is still a fraction. Now, Jonathan, could you please tell everyone what is the of phrase in the sentence? Of phrase. We have,
Of the people.
yes. How do you call off the people, Jonathan? How do you call it? It is the of.
Um,
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back to the rule. How do you call that one? It is the of phrase. Again, Jonathan, how do you call it? It is the,
of phrase.
okay, it is the of phrase, which contains the object of the preposition. Now, what is the object of the preposition in here? Of the people.
People, teacher. The
Come again?
people. The
Yes,
people.
exactly. We have people. People, Jonathan, singular or plural?
It's plural.
It's plural. That's why we are using the plural form of the verb, which is are.
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 Okay? Okay. People, that's plural. If we only talk about one, that is person. Okay. These are irregular nouns, right? Irregular nouns. Person, that's one. If it's plural, we say people. Thank you, Jonathan.
No problem is.
Okay, so we have another example here. So for more understanding, look closely to 101 and 102. Okay, 101 and 102. Can I ask Catherine to read? Catherine, Bethany.
Yeah,
Okay, instead of Catherine, can I have you first, Bethany?
yeah. All of the pie is gone. All of the pies are gone.
Gone. Okay, if I ask you, Bethany, which among the two sentences is singular or has a singular verb? Which is singular? Is it 101 or 102? Which is singular?
102.
Singular.
101.
I want you to be sure with your answer. Which is singular in here? Is it 101 or 102?
102.
Okay, for you, the singular that talks about singular is 102. Okay, how about, okay, thank you. How about Enda?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, I want you to read again Enda 101 and 2.
Okay. All of the pie is gone. All of the pies are gone.
If I'm going to ask you the same question, Enda, which among these two sentences talks about singular or tells about singular?
101.
Okay, why do you think it's 101?
Because
Because,
the of the praise is of the pie. It's not s, and the singular verb is.
yeah, exactly, right, Enda? Okay, if you look at the sentence, the 101 makes use of the be verb is. If we use is, that's singular, right? Okay, and if we use are, this is plural. Right, kids? Okay, teacher was able to discuss this a couple of times already. Is that singular, are that is plural. Okay, so Enda was able to explain 101. This is singular. Why? The off phrase of the pie, we have here pie as the object of the preposition. Pie, the object of the preposition. Pie is singular. That's why we use the verb is. Now, who would like to discuss 102? Okay. Why is this plural? Why is this plural? Maybe Jonathan again would like to discuss why is this plural?
Oh, okay, teacher.
Yeah. Yes.
So, why is the 102 sentence is plural is because we look at the pies, the verb pies. Pies has the ns at the end of the word, so we call it are. It's pies is a plural verb.
Plural. Jonathan, not a verb. Our verb here is are.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a noun.
yeah, plural noun.
Okay, it's a plural noun. Okay, thank you, Jonathan. Okay, so I'll repeat what Jonathan has said a while ago. If we look at the off phrase of the pies, the object of the preposition here is pies. That's plural. That's why we use are. Okay, same with line 103. Okay, Jennifer, please read.
Okay, Miss. Some of the pie is missing.
Okay. Jennifer, if teacher will ask you, some of the pie is missing. Singular or plural?
Singular.
Yes, exactly. It is singular. So you have here of the pie, the object of the preposition, pie, singular. That's why we use is. Thank you, Jennifer.
No problem,
Okay,
Miss.
if we are going to compare it to line 104, Honey, please read, Honey.
Okay, teacher. Some of the pies are missing.
Yes, again, Honey.
Some of the pies are missing.
If I'll ask you, Honey, singular or plural?
Plural.
It's plural. Why do you say so that it's plural?
Because the sentence use are.
Okay, very good. Good observation. It make use of the be verb are. So aside from that, The of phrase here is of the pies. Object of preposition, pies, pies, plural, so we use are. Is that clear with you, kids? Is it already clear with you? I hope so. So let us just read the next examples here. Okay, I'll be calling entity kids now to read. How about Naya, Keddy, Alyssa, Jana? Hello, girls. Girls, hello.
Hello, teacher.
Okay, I want you to read only, okay? Please read the highlighted lines 105 to 107. Go, girls. None. Go, girls. None.
None of the
Garbage.
of the bread was picked up. None of the sentences were
Punctuated. Punctuated. Correctly. Girls, are you okay, Naya? Alyssa? Your connection is not okay. Okay. Continue.
punctuation correctly.
Okay, 107 now. All of all,
Of all yearbook,
none,
none have salt as well as the first one.
okay, very good. Thank you, girls. Okay, Shitya, can I have you, Shitya? Shitya, is Shitya here?
Yes, teacher.
Irene, can I have Irene to read again 105 to 17? Irene,
Yes, miss.
hello, please read.
105 to 107, miss.
Yes, Irene.
Okay, miss. None of the garbage was picked up. 106. None of the sentences were
Punctuated.
punctuated correctly. Of all her books, none have sold as well as the first one.
Yes. Thank you so much, Irene.
You're welcome, miss.
Nayaka, I wasn't able to read the chat. Yes, you can go. You can make an excuse. Thank you, Irene. Okay. So let's have now an application of our discussion. Okay, an application of what we have recently discussed. Okay, so I want you to focus first on sentences 1 and 2. So let's have sentence 1 and 2 first. Sentence 1 and 2. Read it. Identify the of phrase. Identify the object of the preposition. Tell if it's singular or plural. Then afterwards, you choose the correct verb. Okay, just read first, okay? Sondara, can I ask you to read, Sondara? Sondara, can I ask you to read?
Okay, teacher. Some of the biscuit is are gone.
Okay, next.
Some of the biscuit is are gone.
Okay. Thank you, Sundara, for reading.
You're welcome, teacher.
Okay. We have Sandra and Sana. You want to answer, girls? Sandra and Sana. Yes. Okay. Mm, Sandra. Sandra and Sana's connection are not that good. Girls, hello? Hello? Girls, Sandra, Sana, hello? Okay. We also have Eva and Esta. We also have Trisha and Stephanie.
Yes,
Okay, please read. Please read. Eva and Esta. Number 1. Go now.
Some of the biscuit is gone. Number 2, some of the biscuits are gone.
Yes, very good. Okay, good. Very good, girls. Number
Then
1. Okay, very
is
good. Love. Yes, Eva. Yes. Okay. Very good, Eva and Asta. Same with Lovely and Cindy. So some of the biscuit is gone. Off phrase of the biscuit. Our biscuit here, this is singular. That's why we use is. Second, of the biscuits. Biscuits is plural, so we use are. Okay, correct. That's correct now. Okay, let's move to sentence number 3 and number 4. Kids, look at sentences 3 and 4. Catherine, would you like to read and answer, Catherine?
Yes, teacher. One third of the pizza gone. One third of the pizzas are gone.
Okay. Thank you, Catherine. Let's discuss it later. Thank you. Jocelyn,
Number 3, the pizza is gone. Number 4, one third of the pizzas are gone.
is gone. Number
yes.
4,
Yes, thank
pizza
you.
is gone.
Very good. Thank you, Lovely. And Cindy, Eva, and Asta, thank you. Jocelyn, would you like to share your answer also, Jocelyn?
Okay. The number 3 or number 4, sorry.
Both sentences, please.
Okay. One,
Girls,
one,
microphone, please. Okay, Joy, please continue, Joy.
okay. One third of the pizza is gone. One third of the pizzas are gone.
Okay, Joy, could you please explain number 3? Why are we going to use is?
Because the pizza subject is singular, so we use a singular verb. And on number 4, we have as pizza with S, which is plural. So we use the plural verb.
Exactly. Very good. Okay, so I think that rule is clear to us now. You look at the object of the preposition. If it's singular or plural, then you decide the correct form of the verb. Okay, we still have time. Let's still move to another. Okay, okay, let's move now to another rule. Where is it? So we have here. Okay. So rule number 10. Okay, let's move to rule number 10. Tristan, please read Tristan. Also the example, Tristan.
Okay. When either and neither are subjects, they always take singular verbs. Examples. Neither of them is able to speak right now. Either of us is capable of doing the job.
Okay, so what have you understood about it? So, kids, just like in the previous rules that we discussed, if you have either and neither as subjects, you use or take the singular form of the verb. Okay? When you have either and neither as the subject, you use the singular form of the verb. So neither of them is available. Either of us is capable. So that's easy to understand. That is rule number 10. Okay? Okay, rule number 11. Rule number 11. How about Arga now? Arga, please read.
Yes, Miss.
Number 11.
The words here and there have generally been labeled as adverbs even though they indicate place. In sentence beginning with here of there, the subject follows the verb. Examples: there are four hurdles to jump. There is a high hard hurdle to jump.
Arga, how to read this word, Arga?
Sentence.
With letter S.
Sentences.
Come again.
Sentences.
Good. So in sentences beginning with here and there. Okay, these two words tells about location. Here. So it tells about location. If you say here, that's near you. Or it is where you are. That's here. If you say there, okay, it's somewhat far away from you. Okay, so if you have those words as the subject, if you use that word in a sentence, so the subject follows the verb. So the subject follows the verb. Just is this is also very easy. The same like with rule. Okay, just like this one, you need to look at the subject. If it's plural, if it's singular or plural. There are four hurdles to jump. So you have here the subject hurdles. That's plural. So we use are. Second sentence, there is a high hurdle to jump. Okay, hurdle, that is singular, right? This is singular. That's why we use is. So what you're going to do, look at the subject or find the subject. Then you identify singular or plural, then you use the correct form. Again, hurdles, plural, so you use are. Hurdle, singular, so you use is. Okay, I'll give an example in the chat box. Teacher, may I go to yes, it seems my microphone Yes, Shetia, it's okay. I think their connection is very like meaty. So okay. So I have a sentence. Okay, I have a sentence in the chat box. I hope everyone can see it. I have a message in the chat box. Okay, Bethany, could you please check your inbox and please read, Bethany? You just read.
Wait. There is or are a cake at a country
Counter.
counter.
Yes. Bethany, would you like to tell us what's the subject in the sentence? There is or a cake at the counter.
Why?
Yes. What is the subject in the sentence?
Cake.
Yes, very good. We have the word cake. Is that singular or plural?
Plural.
Uh-huh. So here is my sentence now. There is or a cake at the counter. I am asking Bethany, what's the subject? Bethany said cake. Is cake plural, kids? Is it plural?
Oh, single.
Singular.
Come again? Okay, this is singular in form. So what should be the correct answer now? What should be the correct answer?
Is.
Okay, so we say there is a
There
cake at
is
the
at the counter.
Okay, there is a cake at the counter. Look now at this next sentence. Okay, look here. Look at the next sentence. Can I have Jennifer again to read? Jennifer.
Okay, Miss. There is or are 5 cakes at the cake.
Okay, okay. 5 cakes at the. Come again, Jennifer.
Okay, Miss. There are 5 cakes at the counter.
Very good. If I'll ask you the subject, Jennifer, what is the subject in the sentence? We have,
Cakes.
yes, singular, plural, Jennifer?
Cakes. Plural.
Yes, this is plural. So what should we use? Is or are?
Are.
Very good, Jennifer. We are going to use are. Could you please read now, Jennifer?
Okay, Miss. There are 5 cakes at the counter.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Miss.
Clara, please read the 2 sentences, Clara. Clara.
Yes, teacher.
Clara. Okay, I want you to read this, Clara.
There is a cake at the counter.
Okay, that's singular. Next.
There are 5 cakes at the counter.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Clara. Okay, before teacher will end today, I will have you especially for those who are not with me for the past semesters, kids, if we say singular in form, that's only one, right? If we talk about plural, that's more than one. The noun cake, if you write it down, cake that is singular. To change it in plural form, you need to add s to make it cakes, right? Another example, flower. Flower that is singular. To make it plural, you add, what are we going to add? You only add?
At S.
Yes, what you add s. Flower, singular, flowers, that is plural. How about if Catherine, how to read the next word we have?
Berry.
Okay, that's singular. How do we write it in plural form, Catherine?
Berries.
Okay, what should we do?
Change
We
Y to
change.
I.
Yes, then add.
E. I eats.
Okay, so I hope teacher can also discuss about nouns. So for those who are with me for the past semesters, we were able to discuss on the plurality or the rules to remember in making nouns in plural form. Okay? For nouns ending in Y being followed, Y following R or a consonant, you change Y to I, then you add ES. If you have the noun toy, kids, toy, it ends in Y. But what's the rule? If it comes after a vowel, we are going to only add S. Okay. So, yes, Queenie, what are you trying to say? Okay. So, please remember about this. If you master this one, it will be easy for you to correct or to choose the correct form of the verb. Okay? I'm sorry. It's already 7:02. I passed our time. Okay? Everyone, please open your camera so the teacher can take a photo for our attendance today. Okay? Give me your most beautiful smile. Everybody smile. Okay, another one. Kids, another one. Katrina, everybody, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, there you go. Kids, thank you so much. Entity Kids, thank you. I'll see you next time, okay? Entity Kids, see you tomorrow.
Bye. Thank you.
Welcome. Catherine, thank you. Jonathan, thank you. Daraka Nayaka, thank you.
Thank you,
Teacher,
teacher.
goodbye.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
Joy. Celine, thank you. Katrina.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye, Rayhan. Kids. Anessa, thank you. Vandra, Sandra, Sana. Trisha. Vandra, Anessa, thank you.
You're welcome.
Nayaka. Queenie, thank you.
Exercise. Ay, no smile.